14 League of Legends World Championship continues. Today marks the second day of the semi-finals as the remaining two teams will battle on our stage to determine who will face Samsung White in the finals at the Sangam World Cup Stadium on October 19th. We're inside the Olympic Gymnastics Arena where moments ago, Starhorn Royal Club entered the venue, getting themselves ready to do battle with OMG, who themselves getting sorted out and having some snacks in the ready room before they take the stage for another important best of five. Welcome, guys. I am Trevor Quickshot Henry, and joining me at the Analyst desk for this best of five series is once again the evil geniuses Mitch, Crepo Force Bulls, Counter Logic Gaming's Yiliang, Double Lift, Ping, On Game Netcaster, Christopher Monte Cristo Michaels, and of course running out the table, David Freak Turley from the North American LCS. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. And this year's Worlds is a truly global experience, as we've got 24 live broadcast partners bringing the excitement directly to you in over 16 different languages. That's our broadcast team working extremely hard behind the scenes. The LPL team is here providing coverage for the Chinese audience, rock on, along with the OGN casters broadcasting the matches for the home crowd here in Korea. Then, of course, our very own Kobe, D-Man, and Joe, who will be casting today's series for us. Shox will also be on the ground talking to the players firsthand, and right now she's standing by as OMG's coach, so let's check in with her.
Thank you very much. I'm indeed joined here by OMG's coach, TT, and the first thing I'd like to ask is, what do you think prompted that huge change in level of play from your team between the group stage and the quarterfinals?
今天我们迎来的是 OMG 的教练 TT， 所以第一个问题想问一下，你觉得是什么让 OMG 在小组赛的表现和从进入8进4到半决赛的表现截然不同？
我觉得应该是我们在国内的时候，我们训练的队伍可能都是一些我们国内2线的队伍，所以说在训练中我们就得不到很多的提高。但是到了S4之后，我们遇到了很多很强的队伍 ，White、Blue、Cloud9、Alliance 这些队伍，我们和他们练了很多，所以从他们身上学到了很多，所以我们进步飞快，然后就到了现在。
So when we were in China, when we had the practice with other teams, those are more like a second tier or LSPL teams, and it's really hard for us to literally level up. After we came to the 2014 World Championships, we practiced a lot with international teams, including Cloud9, Samsung White, Alliance, etc. So I think our learning curve is becoming very steep, and we level up a lot.
Yeah, absolutely, and that makes it you're now in the semifinals. I saw you guys were here yesterday watching the Samsung White versus Blue game. How did you keep your team from maybe focusing too much on what a possible future opponent could do when they have such an important game here today?
你们昨天也在现场看了半决赛的比赛，也看了三星白战胜三星蓝。然后在今天的比赛中，你觉得你怎么让队员从过多集中在以后的比赛，转换到更集中在今天这场更加重要的比赛上？
就是我们队伍有习惯，就是在别人比赛的时候，我们都会去观看。然后，其实对我自己也是，我觉得看别人的比赛，能从别人身上的闪光点学到很多东西。所以，包括在和纳金秀的对战之前，我们看了EDG 和 Royal Club 的那个比赛，然后看了他们的比赛，我觉得对我们第2天的比赛也有了很多的帮助。所以其实昨天看比赛，我觉得我们不会去注重三星 White 有多强或者什么的，我们只看他们有哪些比较亮点的地方，值得我们学习的地方。
So it's more like our team's tradition or habit to watch other teams playing as well. Even before we play with Najin Shield, we also watch the game of EDG versus Royal. So from our opinion, during the game we watched yesterday, we won't focus too much about how strong Samsung White is. Instead, we will focus on what we can learn from them, what we can further level up about our own skills.
Well, you mentioned it as well. Starhorn Royal Club, that is your opponent here today. Great history between you guys, and Uzi is absolutely on form. What are your chances to beat them here?
你刚才也提到了皇族，然后今天你们就要跟皇族正式对阵。我们也知道小狗现在状态也比较好，你觉得你们有多大的几率能够战胜他们呢？
我觉得我对我的队员都是充满信心的，我相信他们能够发挥出他们最好的水平吧。我觉得这就够了。我觉得我们都相信我们能赢。
I am pretty confident with all the OMG players, and I believe they will present all their best performance here on the stage. That's enough. And from my perspective, I'm confident that we will win.
All right, well, thank you very much. Good luck in that fantastic matchup. And as for us, we're going to head back over to the desk.
Thank you very much, Shocks. Great hearing from OMG saying they leveled up a lot at Worlds. We'll see how good they can be. Before we get to today's series, let's turn to yesterday's action and semi-final series where our first finals team of the World Championship was decided. Gentlemen, Samsung White had a convincing win yesterday. What stands out in your minds in that victory over Samsung Blue?
I was just really impressed with how well White was playing both on an individual level as well as team play. There was almost zero hesitation in their play. But then if you look at across, Blue just didn't really show up. I mean, it left a sour taste in my mouth to see like the Blue of old and then the Blue that showed up yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. But for me, Mata gets a little bit too little credit, in my opinion. He influences the map so well.
Best support in the world.
The best support in the world, like we've been saying, but nobody talks about him, really. He's always 1 or 2 steps ahead of the enemy sport. He's always there faster. He's always sending a vision faster, and that's why White is able to make all these plays safely.
Yeah, but beyond those just kind of individual players, I was also impressed by the number of new picks that White was able to kind of unleash and do really well with. Of course, Dandy's Rengar making its first appearance at Worlds. Now, we know it's great from when he plays in the Korean scene, but Looper, man, this is a guy who's known for his teleport play and for playing tanky top laners, and to see him bust out a Kassadin and an Akali in a semifinal match, he's really diversified his playstyle, and it's very exciting to watch.
Yeah, I kind of had the same idea as that both Crepo, Monte Cristo had here. Looper had a 52 KDA in that best of 5. I've like literally never seen that kind of a scoreline. Only 52
Only
double
52.
lift. Do you even have 52 kills like throughout playoffs? Like this guy was incredible, absolutely. And I agree with you, Crepo, here. I felt like Samsung Blue underplayed a little bit. Acorn was 1, 17, and 4. In that best of 5, like complete inverse of Looper here, and it broke my heart a little bit to see that series.
Well, Samsung White definitely looking fantastic going into the finals. But before we head into today's game, let's take a quick look at that very nearly complete championship bracket. As we've already highlighted, Samsung White will move on to the World Finals, and today we will find out who their opponent will be when Starhorn, Royal Club, and OMG face off. The winner of today's best of 5 will join Samsung White in our final series of the 2014 World Championship on October 19th at the Sangam World Cup Stadium. I'm very much looking forward to that one. And for more information about the players and teams, head to lolesports.com where you can find stats, features, VODs of the games, and much more. And while you're there, you can let us know who you think will win the series by clicking on the schedule link and just clicking the thumbs up. You can also visit watch.lolesports.com and enjoy the games in the language of your choice, along with real-time stats and tweets from pro players. We'd also like your input here on the Analyst desk, because we love hearing from you guys. And today we want to know which player matchup could be the deciding factor in this series and why. Well, we want to find out where your focus will be in these matches, so send your responses to us at LOL Esports. Use the hashtag Worlds. We'll read and discuss some of them on air later in the show. So let's turn around.